What's going on, everyone? So this is going to be a pony slamming video. We're also going to spit some facts here and align things. And as Bruv says, AGN always has the receipts, and he's got a receipt for everything, man. He's just got so many receipts. Love that guy. We've been hanging out a bit actually, and party chat, gaming, talking. Bruv Nation's cool. I like them. So J-Dub here is going on a delusional spree with Icon Era, and we're going to get into this. We're going to talk about Xbox only selling 2 million last year. By the way, that's a lie. I like to give people, a more realistic approach rather than making up fake stuff just to make Microsoft look bad because Sony's doing so terrible right now that they want to go in a coke delusion and try to downplay Xbox. But seeing, how they're having a huge turnaround, it's just people like this are such frauds. You know what I mean? They can't handle reality. So let's start off with this tweet right here. There was more PlayStation 5s sold during the PS5 or PlayStation Network outage yesterday than Xbox consoles that will be sold in all of 2025. Right? We already know he's slow, right? Just like J-Tech and his Doom shooting the wall gameplay. He's not too much more brighter than that. I don't even want to use the word bright. Just kind of being a little bit nice about it. Think about that for a second, right? Nothing to think about. You're an idiot. Y'all think Satya's going to greenlit more Xbox consoles? Guys, when Phil Spencer said that there's going to be another Xbox and that it's in development, and then you see the things about the Xbox Prime that it may be releasing in 2026 or I think 2027, there's a handheld around the corner, right? And you make statements like this, you buffoon. Because he's a buffoon. We all know he's not that smart. He continues to prove how dumb he is. Why are we making these statements? Now I see why Alex makes fun of him and a lot of other people. I get it now. You know what I mean? Because I was new to some of these clowns until about 2 months ago, and now I realize very quickly how if you listen to people like that, your brain cells will be downgraded. You'll get a debuff. Another million PlayStation 5s sold during the outage. You see, these are people that are coping because they can't handle that Sony's just actually doing bad. They don't live in reality because they're not facing reality. They're not being professionally critical on them about these type of situations. They're not facing the music. They're running and coping. They're femboys. I have to say, that's what a femboy does. They're not facing reality. Instead, they try to make it seem like it's positive in a way. You guys are a bunch of losers. I'm just going to say it. You're a bunch of goddamn losers, right? Because they are. All right, we want a little bit of entertainment here. Let's get ready for this. Y'all ready?
Play with them. Because usually
the PS5 Pro is more powerful than a 4090. It could probably compete with a pork chop eating. Let me flip my pork chop. It could probably compete with a 5090.
Pull up and I'll be trying to, we ain't gonna talk. Now we finna cook. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
The PlayStation 5 Pro is needed for advancing visuals, performance, as there's no untapped PS5 potential due to homogenesis.
Oh man, guys, I know he did not just say that. It's homogenized. Kind of like milk, right?
If I'm pronouncing that right, homogeneous. Homogeneous. Thank you, brother. I put the homo in.
I eat the pork chop right though.
The homogeneous. Please forgive me. Please, I do apologize. I did not mean homogeneous.
Untapped potential. PS5 Pro can now get up to a 5090.
Or homogenized CPU, GPU design. No disrespect. I just, please don't clip that.
Homogenized.
Oh, you clip, bro.
Don't clip that. Hey, chat.
Say that PS5
chat.
You think he got caught in 4K?
Play with him.
Yeah, play with him. So, we just had to get that for y'all real quick. Have a good laugh. Let's go down here even more. Just look at the stuff he's selling, okay? A Valve director says the game will be a little janky, asks fans to accept it. It's on Game Pass, and we can always wait just in case. Want to see a joke take? He uses someone's approximation or estimation to compare a corporation's earnings report to its shareholders. For Xbox to sell more, it must mean that PlayStation 5 had to sell less than reported. Take-Two's report cannot be wrong. That's the thing about that report. We got to know the time about it, and they don't have the official numbers. But anyways, I'm not going to get all into that. Let's go down here to what we're talking about here. I'll get to that in a second. This is something that is over-tweeted by him, and you guys are going to see it. It gets out of control. Xbox only sold 2 million consoles in 2024. I'm going to fix this for y'all real quick. Xbox sold 2 million consoles. Sad news. Xbox only sold 2 million. By the way, this is all coming from Icon Era. Sony rainbow cancel ball sucking ground. They all take their turns daily. It's a daily ritual. They do a lot more than that too. 18 million PS5 Pro sold. Look how many Xbox sold last year. 2 million. We ready for this? All right, so in December, Microsoft sold 971,000. They pretty much sold 1 million consoles, right? Just in December. Not to say that's anything amazing. November, they sold 756K. So that's 1.7 million, right? October? All right, so we're already over 2 million in the last 3 months. Oh. Do I need to say anything else out of that, right? September, 315K. That's 2.4 million if you add the other numbers. Almost 2.7 million, right? Was it like 3.1? We're not even counting the other 6 months. At least like 4 plus. You kind of get what I mean. Like it's like it's what I said before. Like when Sony is doing so bad, the only thing they try to do is once again run to the hardware nonsense, right? And this is sold, not shipped. You ship more. But the thing is that like this phoniness is Sony phony, right? This phoniness, this poniness is so bad now that these people can't even be genuine human beings. They're so trash that they just want to downplay things in a false sense. Of course, they weren't selling that much, but why try to make it look worse? Why not be genuine, right? It just shows how much of a fraud this guy is. And that's why I made this video to call it out. Because, dude, stop being fake, right? These people, frauds. Like I said, Sony Ponyland right here. Why listen to what they're saying? Generous Sony gives PlayStation Plus users 5 extra days of membership as compensation for the PS. Guys, look at what he said right there. He said generous Sony. Do you guys get the point here? You get the picture? That's crazy. How is Sony generous for giving people 5 days of plus? Dude, it costs $9.99 a month to get it, right? Let's just say, okay, 5, right? So let's just do 1/5 of $10. It's like $2. It's actually underneath that because 30 days would be a 1/6 category, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right? 30 days in a month, right? So that'd be 1/6. So what's 1/6 of $10? You kind of get what I mean, but if you do 1/5, that'll give you $2. Well, you're generous to give somebody $1 and something, and they only have to be PlayStation Plus members. What about the people that bought all those digital games, single player, but they can't play them because they have to be online? Screw them right now. You just got to subscribe to my service and just give your whole base that. It's not going to hurt you. It's 5 days. It'll go by so quick. You know what I mean? This day's already about to go by. But to them, Sony is so generous. Like, it's this type of mindset that is just poisonous in the gaming industry. Now you know why I'm aggressive on what I do, because if you don't balance this, it's just retard land. So something else I want to give you guys thing is look out next week for Phil Spencer doing another interview here. Let's take a look at this real quick. We're going to get back to that in a second.
Back on the show for a second time, it's the CEO of Microsoft Gaming, Mr. Phil Spencer. How you doing, Phil?
I'm doing well. I would so hate that title of CEO.
I know it's like the most corporate sounding thing in the world, but it's
I heard somebody say it. I'm like,
It's going to be February 15th. So we're going to see what he has to say. It's going to be some new news there. What I also expect is not too far from around that timeline, we'll hear something about state of play. They have to do something soon. You know what I mean? So we can expect that. Just want to give you guys a little bit of a highlight. But getting back to J-Dub, right? Dude, get Sony's balls out your mouth. This type of stuff here is just sad and pathetic. Put on these comments. Exclusives don't matter. Shut up, Jay. Of course, D-Batch goes along with this. They believe this. They want to believe that they only did that. When we have proof that the last 3 months they sold more than that. Just remember, exclusives don't matter. We don't need exclusivity to sell our hardware because Game Pass would do it for us. A whole bunch of shenanigans. 18 million to play Fortnite, Madden, and Call of Duty. Microsoft gaming ecosystem has 500 million monthly active users. Why do you care? Go play your PlayStation instead of playing X, if that's great. That's what they do, right? This is why I make stuff like this. This is why I gotta have this. You ready for this? I want you guys to just think about this. Enjoy this for the next 10 seconds. Let's meditate on this. It's so great, isn't it? Look at it. This describes them. They got so many platinums on this. All PlayStation users have Twitter platinums. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? This is great, isn't it? I love it. It's one of the best tweets. This is Alex's editor, by the way. When I saw this, dude, I was laughing. I was like, oh my God, this is so great, man. I got to share this with people. And I may be doing this, you know, on and off, just to remind people what they do, what type of buttons they're pressing. Right? Their most playtime is Twitter. So 18 million people can't play online. Should you be waiting for PlayStation Network to be working and online before bragging? What's it like having to pay for the newest Call of Duty game? So you see people coming in here actually like bash them because it's like, dude, you got 10, 11 canceled games, right? Lego Horizon was trash. PlayStation VR failed. $69.99 is not working. You surrendered and bent the knee to PC. You're removing the PSN aspect. Your PlayStation services go down. Forspoken was trash. Concord was the biggest failure in gaming history, and yet you're still not able to face this nonstop 24/7. All this bad news is coming, all the firings that are going on. Like, it's like they're having a huge crash, and yet you still want to ignore all that, still look at Microsoft because you can't help it. Just look how brainwashed you are. And then you wonder why they don't get better. Got slam up today, y'all. This is my problem here. It's like they can't say anything positive about Xbox, and they can't say anything negative about Sony or PlayStation. It's the worst type of individuals you want to hear anything from because they can't live in reality. They live a whole entire lie. They live in this deluded fantasy. So look at this whole page. PlayStation Network is back up. You know what that means? Xbox will go back to hiding. Whole slate. See? Whole slate you're going to be paying for. Going to get a bigger community. More people are going to be able to play games. They already had their use of all those games, so now you're enjoying them and they're going to come more alive again. How is that bad? Because they've already been on Xbox for years. They're going to have sequels to all those games they're going to be giving you. And even then, you know, it's just like the game is selling more. PC's getting your whole slate. Whole slate. Nintendo's getting your whole slate. And when Microsoft's put Steam on Xbox, whole slate. So what are you talking about? You're doing the same thing they're doing. Sony follows everything they do. Game Pass? Change your PlayStation Now to be like Game Pass. Cross-gen at the beginning? Supposed to be from the ground up? Now you're doing cross-gen. Microsoft wants to do a handheld. Nintendo Switch is doing it. Now Sony wants to get back in, even though they stumped them out of that, right? Improve the cloud. Now Sony wants to improve the cloud. Party chat, who did that? Running with Call of Duty in the 360 era? Who did that in the PS4 era? Party chat, charging for online. Who had Bungie? Whose studio was that? Now you got Bungie, want to get Destiny rights. You fighting for everything that was originally Microsoft's ideas. I don't understand the ingenuine nonsense here. I'm just speaking facts. Seriously, this is what we do over here. I'm real, J-Dub is fake, along with all the other ponies. They're all a bunch of idiots. You don't want to follow and be influenced by them, right? Because it's not going to take you very far in life. You're going to get homogenesis homogenized, right? You're gonna think a 4090 has got some competition from the PlayStation 5 Pro. Even though we know the 4070 was even going for it. There's some people who went to the 4080 range, right? You see this stuff, man, coming out, right? Oh, yeah, let's not talk about the PS5 Pro and the PSSR issues, too, right? I mean, we could find so many issues in the PlayStation 5 generation that we could talk about that we want to see be better, right? But yet, they don't want to face that reality. It's just unreal, y'all. Like, and now you see why I've been making a lot of videos. You're giving me more content to make fun of your goofy ass, your dumb ass. I got to do it. So that's my thing. You can go down here. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I'm sure Sata is going to say yes to another next gen Xbox. He's retweeted this like 5-6 times already, right? The 2 million? The PSN Autos will sell an additional 200 consoles for the year. Right? Let's go down and see if he does it again. Xbox will probably just sell 2 million consoles. There he is again. Xbox, 2 million consoles again. Right? When we just proved that there clearly been over 4 million. Even more than that. Unbelievable. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know what y'all mean. Damn, this dude is trash. This is it, y'all. Twitter and Ponyland.